YouTubers, what's going on? East New York's finest, hosted by Mike, and this is a video on my thoughts on how I feel about Cat Williams and this whole woke situation. So sit back and enjoy the truth about everything I have to say, because I'm going back to the old mikesaun007 way. Peace out, yay, yay. Anyhow, okay, let's start with what I feel first. How I feel, I mean, everybody have their own interpretations and thoughts on this whole demasculinity nonsense with comedians and black people. I've always thought and known and experienced that white folks, all white people, well, most other people outside of the black race, are always intimidated and fear black masculinity. Like a black person who speaks his or her mind, hey, calm down. Why get so angry? All the hypocrisy and nonsense that come with the nonsense, because they all know, they all grew up, every white person on the face of this fucking planet has at least one to both of their parents use the word nigga, or always had terms, especially grandparents and uncles and aunts and cousins who they've heard say these niggers or these this or these that, and they know that they have a lot of people in their family. They grew up around a lot of people that don't like black folk, or even other minorities, even Asians. You know what I mean? And some of them, they deal with it because times change, times is different. You have a lot of whites who are in their 40s, that are in their 70s, 60s, and 70s, who also has changed, with time, of gotten better with dealing with people of color than how it was when they were growing up and stuff, because times change and it should always change for the better, but unfortunately it doesn't change for the better all the time. Me, on the other hand, I'm an older guy, I'm a straightforward individual, and I understand the no racist nonsense. And some people might say you're a racist. I'm not. I don't think I'm. I think I'm more stereotypical. I don't consider myself a hypocrite, but then again, none of us do, right? I definitely don't think I'm a racist. I hate everybody equally. I don't give a fuck what race you are. If you piss me off and you do something direct to me and I feel a certain way, I'm gonna speak out about it. I'm gonna call you whatever derogatory racial slur I could think of at that particular time. Like, for instance, with a black person, now, like the fucking jigaboo nigga motherfucker, or this goddamn coconut, something. This fucking spick, or this slanted eyed prick, or this cracker motherfucking whatever. That's just me. It is what it is. But I'm comfortable with my skin and comfortable with myself to say that, because we all do it. Doesn't make you a hypocrite. It just makes you have, you have a human, as a human being, we have emotions, and when you're angry, you speak out against whatever the fuck it is, regardless of who the person is. But that doesn't make you a racist. It just makes you an individual that just want to, scream out something at that person because that person done pissed you the fuck off or done something to you. You know what I mean? But, that's the difference. Now, when it comes to a person just, bluntly out, like, I'll tell people all the time, I don't particularly like South and Central Americans. I don't really like them. I had a lot of bad experiences, personal experiences with them, and even now with all this illegal shit going in, oh, Maron, I can go in and I can sit here for hours talking about that. Does that make me a racist? Yeah, maybe it does. In a certain aspect, to me not liking a lot of Central and South American people. That includes Guyanese and Panamanians, as well as fucking, because they are Central and South Americans, aren't they? Y'all just thought, oh yeah, he don't like Mexican. First of all, Mexicans aren't fucking Central or South American. If you know your geography and shit, you would know that. But they do fit in that category of me not liking the mass majority, because a lot of them are racist toward black people and don't like anyway. Now, being that I was in California a long time ago and been there for a lot of time, I have my ins and outs on why I don't specifically like them. And that's the same thing with almost anybody. You know what I mean? I've had better rapport with Vietnamese and Filipinos growing up and being around them than I have with Chinese, Koreans, and Japanese. A lot of people think Japanese is so great because of how they live and where they are. They're some of the biggest. They're probably even more racist than Chinese and Koreans. Most Koreans, they adapt. I think out of all Asians, I think more Koreans as far as I can't say South Asia or the Jew because most Filipinos and like most people from the poor countries like Thailand, Filipinos, Vietnamese and shit, people from like those regions, being that so many soldiers and so many people of color, it's more diversity there. That's why you have so many of them that are so dark because of blacks that settled there and stayed there in Cambodia, Laos, and et cetera, and being around the South, or they call it the South Jewel of Asia areas. Well, that's the reason why so many of them are dark compared to Koreans, Chinese, and it's funny too because when you think about it, a lot of mainland parts of China, you have a lot of Africans who have gone over and studied, and they're actually treated as equals. A lot of them speak Mandarin and Cantonese, and a lot of the Chinese, when they start realizing these, because Chinese happen to be more open-minded to people of color who speak their language than not. I still think when you think of Japan, the Japanese, I think that they're so sophisticated and so nice and humbled and this and that, but inside their culture, they are a very fucked up people. Very more like Caucasian governmental America. Very hypocritical, behind the scenes discreet, full of shit, two-faced motherfuckers. Basically, that's the best way to put it, right? But anyway, moving outside of that realm, going back on a beaten path of this video. I don't never speak anything in my mind that I don't know anything about or have the experience to share to understand the significance of what I'm saying and sound like an asshole or just a rambling idiot that has no say or make no sense. Whether you like me or not, you can never come up here and call me a liar, a contradictive, hypocritical, sick, sadistic piece of shit. Everything I've ever come up here and said, there's always proof behind everything, and it is what it is. A lot of people, people hate the truth, and they don't like people that spit it. All right, so, and I always continue to do my videos. I don't give a fuck if I'm doing a video. I might just wake up one day and decide to do a video on, whatever, any topic I choose to, because it is my channel. Until YouTube decides, hey, I had enough of this guy, we're gonna disband him and cut him off, I'm gonna continue doing my videos. I don't just do videos about this stuff, which is insignificant compared to everything else. But going back to this thing, do I really have a say in how and what I think about this the masculinity toward men of color? Let me tell you something. Ever since Obama got in office, this whole woke, gay, lesbian, LQTYB, XYZ bullshit is exactly what it is. I say, listen, man, you marry, you fuck, you like, you love, you date whoever and whatever you want. You want to be an in the closet gay-rilla, or you want to be an out of the closet, whatever. More so for you, man. You want to be bisexual, trisexual, or what the fuck they call all that. That's on you. It's got nothing to do with me. But if you were born Byron, and then you decide to cut off your and or grow a set of breasts, or get a set of breasts and change your hair and call yourself a she-male, and now you want me to sit here and call you Barbara, listen. There's a difference on me accepting it and you trying to force it on me. Nobody on this earth, nothing, not even fucking Jesus Christ himself, can sit here and force anything on me. The reason why I bring that topic up, because I'm not a religious person. I don't believe in man-made religion. I think it's all full of shit. I think all religion is the do the same thing everything else on this earth is doing. Divide and conquering by your pay grade or what you make. Why do you think the military have pay grade? Why do you think they always use those terms? Hey, that's that's above your pay grade. Everything on this fucking earth is all about degrading and being praised. Those two things, degradation and to be praised. And the higher ups and everybody that's up on top of this pedestal deserve to be praised, while everything else beneath them is deserved to be degraded. That's just the way you think. Sean Puffy Combs, and I use the word Sean because he feels that only his mother and Sean Carter, aka Jay-Z, should call him Sean. Everybody else gotta call him. I call you what the fuck I want to call you. Fuck you and your bodyguards. I slice your fucking throat open. I don't like Sean Puffy Combs. I never liked the faggot ass motherfucker, and I don't mean that in a derogatory, gay slur. I mean it as in a bitch ass, soft ass nigga type of shit. That's what I mean when I say it. I always come up here and say what I want to say, and I don't give a flying fuck about it, my nigga. I don't care. Everybody can die. We're all taking that damn visit to the funeral parlor, or regardless if you believe in that or not, everybody goes to the morgue. Everybody's gonna sit in that fucking 45-degree goddamn drawer. Everybody. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in a rush to get there, but I damn sure won't mind putting somebody there if it comes between me and them. So with that basically being said, I do think that I know that most white people are very threatened by people that speak their mind, especially black folk. Like me, for instance. I know a lot of people don't like me in the Meadowlands and in Columbus. Sometimes, some people are just hypocrites. If you don't give them the price they want, or, everybody wants to buy. All right, here's a perfect example. This guy, if I can turn him around right. This guy, in this current condition, he is a 1970s Chikogan. He's not the bigger one, but he's like medium size. This mofo, in this condition, and he got his weapons too. I think his weapons make him even work for another God knows what. If I can find them, they're here somewhere. Anyway, they're over here. Wait, can I get to them without messing anything up? Okay. So this is the Poppy Company Chikogan Battle Fever J GB03 Robot, or whatever the hell is whatever. Now, if I have 225 on this, right? That means in this condition he sells for around 280 to like over 300, close to 4. My prices I put, depending on condition and what everything comes with, I always put like a medium price. So that means the real to medium price as a deal is around 240, 250 to 240, and I still put 225 on him. Now he's actually like from the late 70s. Now this guy, if I put him out, let's say in Columbus Flea Market, and guys will want to say, "Hey Mike, what would you have to get on this?" Some people will sit back and be like, "Oh well, I already got one." But I could use the part. Always bullshit with these guys down there in Columbus, these white dudes. Like, I'm not gonna mention names, but they know who they are. And I get to the point now, I'm becoming less and less involved with them, and less, and even giving them deals. I'm gonna stop calling them and letting them know, because at the end of the day, fuck them. Ain't nobody really call me, see how I'm doing. Out of sight, out of mind type of situation. But anyhow, this guy, for instance, you see, I know what he goes for. And look at the condition of him. He's in beautiful condition, man. Like really, really good condition, considering that he was in a bin with busted up, broken parts that I've sold. And now all the other robots I have, people don't want to pay for them, and I don't really give a flying fuck. You know what I mean? You buy. You don't buy it still sits there and it goes up. These things don't depreciate in price; they go up in price because they're very hard to find. And if somebody buy them, they buy them. If they don't, I'll just keep them. I don't care, because I already make my money on everything I purchase from my peoples anyway. But anyhow, like this guy, right? Some of these guys will come up and they'll know he's worth money. So let's see. Hey Mike, would you take 30 or 40 on it? So people want to sit here and buy a $200 to $300 fucking item, because they got some idiots that come up there and they sell boxes of toys for nothing. And it's like, it's just crazy. So you want me to sell you this thing for like 30, 40 bucks and do you the favor, but then when they set up and they sell shit, they want top of the line money for their shit. And they're like, and I'm like, well, what are you asking on that? I want 250. Well, what's the best you can do for me? Mike, I could do like 230 or 240. Knowing that they paid $30 for this fucking item. I didn't pay $30 for this item, because the person I got this from know his shit. So it's like, I'm not going to keep, why every time I bring shit out to any market, these motherfuckers, and I pay for my stuff. Unlike these people, I'm not cheap. I pay for shit. But then when they buy it from me, they always expect me to sell them shit for nothing so they can turn around and make top dollar. So you want me to sell you a fucking $225 item for about 40, 50 bucks. So you could turn around and sell it for $350. Again, white hypocrisy. You know, let's face it. A lot of you white people out there are very hypocritical. And it's okay for y'all to be racist, talk racist, and a lot of you know you don't like a lot of black folks. You don't like the way we dress, the way we carry ourselves, the way we blast music. You can sit here and talk all that bullshit all you want to somebody's face, but behind my back, I know. I know. Me, I know that society is very threatened by black people. Always have been. Always will. Because y'all all know deep down inside that we're the only people that ever came. That we were the only people that came here against our will. We never came here voluntarily, like the Chinese or Mexicans or anybody else who voluntarily came here to work for nickels or pennies on a dime. I mean pennies on a dollar. Excuse me. You know what I mean? We came here against our will. We were kidnapped and forced here. We were raped, murdered, and killed. We were treated worse than any other human beings on the face of this planet. I don't give a fuck what you claim about the Jews and the Pharaoh and all that. Throughout human history so far, black folks have been mistreated worse than anybody. And some of y'all might be shocked and think that you beg to differ, including the Jews. What happened in Europe? What happened to them happened in Germany. We're talking about what happened here in the U.S. The USA, United States of motherfucking America. The most racist piece of land that was taken by its people that were raped, killed, mutilated, and almost wiped out through extinction. Through the existence of extinction. Gee, I can never say that word right, but you guys know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it's just deplorably disgusting. And a lot of you people out there fear that you guys are gonna, you know, you guys may go ahead and go through what y'all have done to us. So anytime a black person bring up race or anything, it makes y'all uncomfortable. Anytime somebody brings up anything that has truth in it, and it can bring out your hypocrisy or your two-facism. That's not a word, but you guys see what I'm saying. It makes you very uncomfortable and angry because you're like, oh my God, did he really go there? Did he really say that? And it pisses you guys off because you know deep down inside, behind closed doors, you, your wives, your girlfriends, your mothers, you all use that N-word. These fucking niggas. Or, this nigga today. Or y'all say it, y'all do it. Y'all just want to be politically correct in front of people, but behind closed doors. Just because you behind your own clothes don't make it right. You know, because then you raise other hypocrite, two-faced whites to grow up to be exactly like you, if not even worse. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody handle things differently. Now, I've always respected Cat Williams, Dave Chappelle, Eddie Griffin. I don't really like Chris Rock. I never really. I mean, a lot of his comedy is truthful, but I just don't like him. I don't like him. Period. Sometimes you just don't click with people. Like for a lot of you people out here on YouTube, don't click with me. That's how I feel about Chris Rock. Eddie Griffin, on the other hand, funny dude, very funny. He's not with all that shit. That's why he's not mainstream like Kevin Hart. And Kevin Hart, I never thought he was that funny, and I never really liked him that much. I don't really think he's funny at all. I don't even. There's nothing about him. I mean, but you know what? You put on a dress after an interview, and the next thing you know, years later, you become like one of the biggest stars and comedians out there. I mean, you basically bypass people that did they do and really worked at where they at, but because they didn't bend down and bend over, open their cheeks for corporates to go in there and nut up inside them, they are where they are now. People, and then like Oprah Winfrey's a gatekeeping ugly slut. I mean, anytime any woman can sit there and have another woman who gave birth to them sit there and say that the bitch is a hoe, that says a lot about you. Gayle King is a piece of shit. Birds of a feather fucking flock together. I stopped respecting and liking The Rock, Dwayne Johnson after that whole Hawaii thing. A lot of you guys think that, conspiracy theorists and this, that, and the third. Let me tell you how stupid you people sound and are. Because a conspiracy theorist, we're not really conspiracy theorists. We're people that have our theories on the conspiracies that people go out there and commit. What do you think if a cop sits there and sets you up in a drug deal? That is a conspiracy, right? They're trained to be liars, and they're trained to conspire against people to fool them into crime. The feds, the system, the court system, all that shit is set up to be. It is a big conspiracy. The system conspires to keep us all in control. Just like the biblical, like people that are into church and religion, that's a conspiracy. Those are all conspiracies to get people to follow orders and certain things and their theory. But then they consider people like us to be nuts because we're conspiracy theorists. Why? Because mainstream media, along with the higher ups, they post up everything out there. They put everything out there to make it seem like, oh, well, you got these groups of nuts that just automatically think everything is a conspiracy. Not everything is. Sometimes some things are coincidence, but there's still a conspiracy in everything. You walk outside, you drive outside. You don't think a cop that drives by is already conspiring on something. They may have their own conspiracies on how they view you just because the way you dress or the way you walk. You drive by or you walk by and a cop drive by and looking at you purposely to see if they can get eye contact so they can turn around and ask you what you're looking at. That's conspiring. When the feds try to buy out YouTube and all the shit that's going on now with all not Mark Wahlberg, what's that, Mark Zingle, whatever, the asshole from Facebook or YouTube, whatever the fuck. I mean, it's everything is a conspiracy. You go to work. Half of us go to work knowing that, I don't feel like doing this today, so I'm going to conspire not to do my full work, and I'm going to conspire to take my time and be lazy because I'm still going to get paid. I'm not going to get fired. So you're already conspiring on certain. When you guys walk in the flea market and you see shit you want, you're already conspiring to have your own theories of what you want to pay for something because you're already conspiring what you can sell it for. So stop the bullshit with all that. It's all, y'all can sit here, it's all semantics either way you look at it. Only difference is I'm a motherfucker who speaks my mind and I'm straightforward with shit. Now, my thoughts on all this, first of all, back in the day, before Sidney Poitier and a lot of other black people out there, Hollywood, for some reason why I don't like Disney. Disney has and always has been a fucked up, racist, subliminal company. I don't support anything Disney. I'm an old man, so I remember the in your window and behind, and the subliminals behind all the racist ranting and bullshit they've done. Even on Warner Brothers with dressing Bugs Bunny up, making him look like the Chiquita model. I mean, all the jokes and shit. When it comes to subliminals and cartoons, that's different than stand-up comedy. Stand-up comedy, there's no filter. You make jokes but when you are televising it and you're putting it in cartoons, you're already televising to have kids visualize their own interpretations of race and stereotypical bullshit. Now, Hollywood has and always will be racist because it's ran by a whole bunch of not even red like regular U.S. born rednecks. It's mainly ran by the same people that started the Fed and everything else. The ones that hated Hitler so much but still drive BMWs and shit, which are the Jews. Jews run and own almost the whole music, movie, TV, hell, even books, comics. They run all that shit. The porn industry, the diamond district, they got their names and all. I mean, shit. You got names like Goldberg and Silverberg and Silverstein and this and that Stein and Goldstein and Holstein and Weinstein and this and that Stein and all that shit. These are the same ones that are always sitting here screaming and hollering about the Holocaust, but they never had no stereotypical racist shit. They never had no fucking German cops in the U.S. or the Gestapo in the U.S. shooting them in the back and stabbing them and choking them up and choking them in front of people and saying and hearing the words "I can't breathe." They don't even do that in Germany today. But you guys can always sit here talking about, oh, y'all talking about race like y'all know. Nigga, let me explain something to you about this country. As a black person, you are always under the radar of being a threat. Period. Most of you Jews and whites love our women. And a lot of your women love black brothers. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you love to hate us and you hate to love us. See, my mom always told me, plain and simply, if the bitch can't use my comb, don't ever bring that heifer home. My philosophy to my kids, I always told my kids, I think it's better if you stay within your own diverse Because if there's ever a race war, I guarantee you that white girl will stab your ass in the heart quicker than you. You know, like she'll stab you so fucking fast that they'll turn around and change the law on TV, and she'll be like, oh, too late. So that's me. Y'all can sit here and call me what the fuck you want. I call shit for what the fuck it is. Y'all can sit here and say I'm racist or whatever. I dislike everybody equally. I don't give a flying fuck what you are. But me, I'd rather lay next to something that I understand, know, and I can wake up to knowing everything about it than to know that this bitch could be calling me a nigga behind my back. At the end of the day, you know, if I take my half-breed child over to this person's parent house, they're smiling, but they're like, look at this nigga baby. You're like, you know what I mean? That's just me. I teach my kids this shit on how I felt and how on me. But you know, my son's girlfriend is a high school sweetheart. She's Puerto Rican, but Puerto Ricans are black. Most Hispanics have black blood in them anyway, so that is a difference. And she looks Indian. I mean, she actually looks like the girl. Believe it or not, my son's girlfriend looks dead on to the girl that what's her name? Is her name Tia? Or the girl who does that song Water. Like she looks just like her. Like, you know what I mean? But she looks Indian. Like, you know, but you know, whatever. You know, who gives a fuck? But you know, I teach just like with religion. I don't believe in religion. I don't believe in God or Jesus or none of that. The Torah. I don't believe in that fake ass Torah, the piece of shit Quran, the Bible. I don't believe in none of that bullshit. You can't sit here and tell me some fucking smelly, musty armed Jew got blonde hair and blue eyes and he can fucking walk on water and do all this shit, but this motherfucker couldn't learn self-defense. He couldn't even defend himself for getting nailed against a piece of fucking wood. That's bullshit. All of that shit, you know, the Bible's hypocritical, just like the fucking Torah. The Torah sits there and teaches these people that you should not sit down and break bread or eat with people that are different from you. That right there is just blatant fucked upness. That right there is just all that shit in itself is like hypocritically fucked up. You know, you're supposed to be better than. I mean, I don't even want to go there. Let's not even sit there and go. Let's not even sit here and talk about the fucking Quran. I'm not even. I could sit here. You sitting here to my another Muslim's blood is sacred to you, but y'all out here bombing and killing each other. I mean that again. Religion is bullshit. All of it. It's all man-made bullshit to keep people divided and to have each and everybody sit here and think that they should be on a pedestal and praise, while others should be not on a pedestal and fucking just kicked around. You know, it's bullshit. You know, and I feel like that's what's going on with society and with the masculinity of you know, like Hollywood, just like everybody. You know how many times I walk across the street by myself and I even have like a couple of white folks just look at you a certain way, and then they get that like, even at the flea market they do that fake smile that they walk right by you and you just stand there with a serious look. They'll go to your spot, they don't look at you, and they'll be like, or and then I'm just standing there looking at them. So all they see is this angry gorilla looking fucking nigga. All of y'all. This is what y'all see. And then it's like, it's just crazy. So I understand that whole thing on how or why Hollywood feel that they have to fucking snip your balls, because society's already doing that with this woke bullshit and this black lesbians matter shit. I don't fuck this black lie. Let's call it for what it is. It's black lesbians matter, not black lives. That was an acronym that was taken out of context by just some people that felt they were doing the right thing by helping blacks, by using that acronym BLM for, hey, it makes sense, Black Lives Matter. You know what I mean? That makes more sense than black lesbians matter. Let's face it, gays been trying to come up and have their own rights, and it's funny because they're some of the most racist and fucked up people themselves. Like, if you don't happen to be gay or lesbian, whatever the fuck it is, if you don't happen to be one of them, they automatically look down on you and don't like you just because you're different, because a lot of them, most gay men hate women, which is ironic considering that there's some of the besties, and then vice versa. But at the same time, they're quick to, they don't want to, hey, I don't want to put that straight nigga on. I don't want to put that straight bitch on, but hey, or this nigga here, he likes sucking dick or getting his sucked, or hey, she likes eating pussy or getting her shit eaten. So yeah, we gonna look out for them because they one of us. You know what? I don't give a flying fuck. You love who you love, you like who you like. But as far as me, you not nothing on this earth's gonna force me. You couldn't force me to take a plea. You damn sure ain't gonna fucking force me. I'll sit there. I'm a die a soldier standing, and take as much motherfuckers with me than to fucking be on my knees a sheep like anybody else. That's not gonna happen. Cause that's a life of misery you do not want or need. So I'm all about taking a motherfucker with me if I have to. And this is not coming from a motherfucker that's talking the talk. This is a motherfucker that talks the walk and walk the talk. And anybody who know me personally will tell you, yeah, that's that nigga. Yeah, yeah. And that nigga will do it. Yeah, that's me. That's me all day. I don't play those games, man. And depending on what mood I am, I might just JFK your ass just because I'm in a bad fucking mood. You know what I mean? That's just how I move shit. So I understand that, everybody have personal shit. But, the whole Terrence Howard thing, I always like Terrence Howard as an actor. I think every movie and role he played, it is because he just has that, he could play a good role, a serious role, and a scumbag role. He could play all sides of the fence. That just goes to show his deterrence on his deterrence on deterrence, or whatever the fuck you call it. On just the man could play any field. But this brother was raised the way I raised my sons. I teach my kids, you're a man, you're gonna be a man. You go out there and you do what you want to do. I may love you as a father, but I'm not gonna support that gay shit. Same thing with my daughter. I may love you, but it don't mean that I'm gonna go to your wedding. It don't mean that I'm gonna sit there and support. I can't, because I'm not into that. I think that a man should be a man, a woman should be a woman. I don't think the woman should ever try to put on the pants to be a man and vice versa. Not even for a fucking. I don't find nothing hilarious. I never liked Shanae from Martin. I don't like Big Mama's House. I don't like no man, whether he's a black or white person or Asian. I don't think no man should put on a dress and run around with makeup acting like a woman. This is why I never liked none of Tyler Perry movies. I think the motherfucker, I don't give a fuck what he is, I just don't like him. I don't like fake people. I don't like people that put on shit. That's why I never liked Kevin Hart. I don't like the Rock Dwayne Johnson anymore. I used to always love and respect this dude. Now I don't like him because of that whole shit he did with that whole Oprah. One thing I was always taught and I learned, birds of a feather flock together. Period. You know what I mean? And that's that. I always have respect, admiration, and love for Cat Williams because y'all can call him what y'all want. That motherfucker always had a receipt for everything he said. Whether you like him or not, you can't call that man a liar. You could call him crazy because that's very submissive to sit there and say shit like that because it's easy when society and once the media starts knocking you down, people are so brainwashed and stupid. Motherfuckers don't think for themselves. For the same reason why y'all all hate Trump but love Biden. Even though Biden's a piece of shit, a man been a piece of shit for 47 years. You know what Biden can do for me? If I knew magic, or if I could, I would have Joe Biden die a heart attack so bad that no medication in the world can help him. I would have this man suffer so fucking bad for 20 fucking 3 hours and 59 seconds. To where at exactly that second on the 24th hour, that motherfucker would just, and that'll be it. Same thing with his son, his wife, his whole fucking cabinet. From that ugly lesbian, bitch with the fucking carpet hair, everybody. I don't give a fuck, man. I speak my mind, and I have every right to say what the fuck I want to say. I have freedom of speech. I'm not sitting here talking about assassinating nobody or nothing like that, so they can't do a motherfucking thing. I could wish whatever the fuck I want to wish on anybody. That's freedom of speech. That's within my fucking Fourth Amendment. You know what I mean? I got the fourth, second, all that shit. So before anybody try to switch that shit around, I could wish whatever the fuck I want. I could wish me to be a millionaire. So if I wish me to be a millionaire, I could wish harm on anybody I want. I could fucking wish whatever the fuck I want to wish on somebody. It don't mean that I would do this or that. So I want to make sure that's clarified. Because I don't want nobody sitting here, my enemies saying, oh, that nigga said it, he want to do this and that. No, I said it If I knew magic, or if I could, I would wish shit happened to people, and I have every right to wish that. You know, there's a difference on wishing something and hoping shit happens, and to sit there and, you know, strategically plan something out, or talking about taking the person out, or some shit like that. To that retrospect. You know, I mean, it is what it is, man. I speak my mind. If I, you know, people say, "Oh, I don't hate nobody." That's bullshit. That ain't no different than you sitting here saying, "Oh, well, I'm not racist because I have black friends, or I hang out with black people, or I have my boy." That's bullshit. That's a scapegoat. You know, you placating your own racism and your own stereotypical bullshit because you know, just like for the same reason why a lot of people sit there and they be born again. Let me tell you something. If you can't reverse yourself to go back inside your mother's smelly ass vagina, then you can't be born again. I don't give a fuck what you think. The only way you can be born again is to reverse your life, have your mother suction your ass right back up in her smelly ass fucking pussy, and come back out again. If you can't do that, you can't be born again. Plain and simple. I don't give a fuck what you think or how you think. That's the whole interpretation and the whole plot behind birth. You can't take your dog that's dying and try to find its mother and shove the dog back up in the mother's dog pussy, right? So so it can't be born again. So you know these terms and these acronyms that you fucking clowns out there use is bullshit. You know why I'm not liked on YouTube? Because I'm a straightforward nigga. I happen to be a black man who's straightforward. That so far in my life, a lot of you people envy me and hate me because I speak the truth, and you know it's the truth, and I have shit you can't afford. I don't need Patreon, or I don't even need all these people to watch my videos or comment. Because you know what? People love to hate hate the realest motherfucking nigga in the room. You know what I mean? And it is what it is. I never need no Patreon to get none of this shit. I don't need nobody to send me nothing. I don't have to sit here and have YouTube and say, hey, you know, I don't do none of that, man. I get all this shit on my earned with my nigga thoughts, my nigga hard earned money. But I just find it funny how everybody, oh well, I'm not a racist. I got black neighbors who let me go to their barbecues. I got black friends. I got a friend of mine named Jerome, man. You know, he's cool. You know, we say hi every day. What the fuck kind of dumb shit is that? Just because you say hi or you know somebody don't mean that you're not a racist. I know a lot of racists and hypocrites that say hi to certain people. They don't break bread with them. A lot of you white folks out there are not comfortable with blacks. A lot of y'all don't like blacks. If you get blacks like me around, you're like, oh man, I don't like. You know how many people turn their heads, even at the flea market, because they don't like me because I'm straightforward. Somebody be like, oh, I'll be back. I tell them, I say, no, you don't. No, you won't. I say the truth. Like, you're not obligated to buy nothing. So why? You know what I mean? Like, I noticed that some people that oh, he's in one of his moods, or they look at me a funny way because I don't give them the price. Like, I had somebody ask me the price on the that big ass Chikogan, I forgot what it is, the big 1970s robot, and somebody asked me the price, and I said $400 on it. He's like, oh, you know, he probably was like, that's crazy. But then if I'd have said $60 or $100, you couldn't go in his pocket quick enough to take out the money, and knowing that he would have turned around and sold that shit for $550 or more, just because they know it's a $700 fucking figure. That just goes to show how hypocritical people are. You know, I don't like that shit. You know, so little by little, I'm starting to steer away from a lot of the hypocrites and full of shit people. And I'm going to stop calling certain people and try to make deals with them because they're full of shit. You know, I don't like that. I don't like bullshit ass people. And that's my thoughts on this whole thing, on how I feel about demasculinity. And I know it's true. Because it seems like, you know, the more black folk, and I don't give a fuck about white actors and white actresses playing different roles and all this other shit. I don't find any so-called, and I repeat that, I don't find any so-called straight, fully straight, heterosexual black male wearing a dress, whether it's in comedy or movie or as a role. I don't think, I mean, if you sit there and you kiss a man, even a little pucker on the lip, that's gay to me. That's to me. We all entitled to, y'all all are entitled to know and think I'm a dickhead who's an asshole, who's racist, or whatever, because you have your own implications and opinions on somebody. For the same reason I have mine. You think I still do these videos because if that was the case, I'd have been shut this fucking channel down You know, the last time I sit there and try to do something for y'all funky ass motherfuckers out there, it cost me a lot of. I mean, you know how many views and how much shit I would have had if I kept my old mikesaun007 channel. I did that shit for other motherfuckers to feel comfortable, so I can start over new. I would never do that shit again for nobody. Now I keep this channel and I keep it moving. Just because if I can get one or two people out there to give a thumbs up and be like, yeah, this nigga speaks the truth. That's all I give a fuck about. I don't really give a fuck about the other ass kissers, like all these other people with their channels, the fake smiles and I'm not gonna even mention names and shit. You know, people are hypocrites, and you white folks are the fucking top of the line, motherfucking you're not even the conductor, you're the fucking motorman of it. You know, and then a lot of black folks out there want to be with you and be like you, and I ain't with all that, man. You accept my nigga ghetto motherfucking East New York, Brooklyn raised ass for what the fuck I am, or you could sit back and suck your mother's fucking dick. For all I give a fuck. That's how I roll, and that's how I'm giving it. So as far as how I feel about the fucking this whole woke shit, you love who you love, but if you don't expect me to respect. I respect you as a breathing human being, but I'm not gonna respect your sexual orientation or what you like or whatever, because it's none of my fucking business. I don't need to know that you like this or like that's none of my fucking business. I don't give a fuck about what you are or who you think you are. You know, for the same reason why you don't me. I don't care. Respect me and I respect you. I don't give a fuck what you about. You come spend money with me, you could have just had an orgy with 20 other niggas coming all over your fucking face for all I care. Long as you respect me and you buy and you keep it moving, that's all I care about. Like right now on Facebook Marketplace, I got a lot of shit on Facebook. I had some fucking dingy bitch ass clown say, oh, you know, you got a real douchebag description. You know, when people say shit like that, because it's so close to home, they hate you and they angry because they know they can't afford to buy nothing, and or they know, you know, they're only looking for certain things, because a lot of you motherfuckers out there think you're entitled to whatever the fuck you think you're entitled to. When it comes to me and my shit, you're only entitled to what I allow you to be entitled to. Just because I'm out there selling something, I can turn around and say, hey, I want $50 for this. And I had a guy, actually this Saturday that just passed, at the Meadowlands. And this motherfucker had a real arrogant. And his son wanted something. He said, I wouldn't buy nothing for him. Then his son was like, no, Dad, it's actually really... So he come back and say, yeah, my son wants it. But if it was me, I wouldn't take it. But, you know, here's your 50. I said, no, keep your fucking $50, bro. He said, excuse me? I said, take that shit and keep it. I said, you don't need to get embarrassed by your son. I didn't like your fucking attitude from the gate. You know, you're not here to like me, and I'm not here to like you, bro. But at the same time, you're going to respect me, or I'm going to fuck you up in front of your kid. And I told him just like that. And my other boy was like, Mike, chill. I was like, no, fuck this shit. And he's like, whatever. And his son was walking away crying. Now, does that make me look like a bad guy or his father? Sometimes you have to be the parent for that parent. So maybe this kid will learn that, you know what, my dad did a scumbag, dumbass shit for no reason, just because he felt that he's entitled because this guy's here selling. You guys got to understand something. Just because vendors are at a flea market selling shit, whether they get it for free, pay for it, or do clean outs, don't ever think you're better than somebody else. Because first of all, how you walk around thinking you're better than the next person when you're going to a place where they sell used items? If you were that so great and mighty and so powerful and rich and think that you on such a pedestal, you would think any of that shit's beneath you anyway. So you would just buy directly from an estate place, or you know, just buy it brand new for thousands of dollars somewhere because you got it like that. So don't ever sit here and run around thinking you better than somebody else just because they selling shit. You know, y'all don't understand. A lot of us motherfuckers, a lot of us flea market vendors, a lot of us spend more money in a day than you motherfuckers make after taxes in your check at your miserable job. So stop thinking you better than somebody. I don't want around thinking I'm better than nobody. But I'll run around letting you know that you're not better than me. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the fucking day, whatever you know what I'm saying, whatever you think you are, that's on you. But don't come here with that bullshit. And this guy was like a fucking halfway heavyset, smelly looking crap. Like you could tell that once he take, you know, like if you go in the bathroom behind him, you smell sour ass, fish, balls, and something, and feet. Like he just looks like this. You know, and I'm like, what kind of a woman would want to be impregnated by this sloth of a piece of shit anyway? And the way he walked up to me, I already had an attitude, because I was like, this guy looks like an asshole, and he came up talking, so I walked away from him. So after 10 minutes, and his son is standing there talking to him, they come back like maybe an hour later, and I still had the item there, and I wound up selling the item for $20 less to somebody else than to get the 20 from him. You know what I mean? So I was like, you know what? This other douchebag was here with his kid earlier. He was being a dickhead. So I'll tell you what. I know it's this cheap, and I was like, dude, I told his kid was gonna buy it for the 50. Give me 30. He's like, nah, dude, I'll give you the 50. No. Take it for 30. And he said, yo, thanks a lot. And I said, yep, no problem. That's how I do. And a lot of you people out there may be like, that's bullshit. A lot of the people out there know. A lot of you guys out there in Columbus and Meadowlands watching this already know that, yeah, Mike's like that. I'm quick to give you your money back. I'm quick to throw your money at you. I'm quick to snatch my shit out your hand and say verbal shit to you and keep it moving. Because at the end of the day, I don't bend down to nobody. Like I said, I don't believe in God. I don't believe in Jesus. You think I'm going to bend down to that bitch-ass motherfucking blonde-haired, blue-eyed Jew? Or his bitch-ass father that let him stand there and hang on a fucking nail? But both of them niggas could suck my dick too. You know what I'm saying? Whether you believe in the Messiah and the Torah and that faggot-ass Muhammad and his bitch-ass lion-taming uncle Hamza, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. You know, I'm a straight-up real nigga, man. I don't give a flying fuck. You know, I'm not a person that bend down to nobody. I would never sit there and ask or want anybody to bend down to me, and I'm not gonna do it to you. I sell good shit. I have mostly some of the best shit in anybody's fucking flea market. All garage sales. I clean and wipe all my shit. Unless I buy a storage unit today and I'm going to the market tomorrow and I ain't get a chance to go through it. Other than that, nah, if I tell you something work, it work. If it don't work, you either lying or you want a deal. And I'm like, you know what, bring it back. And if it don't look remotely similar to the one I gave you, I don't want that shit. That's not the one I gave you. Really? I'm like that. You know why a lot of y'all motherfuckers don't like me? Up here and in the flea markets or wherever, because I'm a straightforward nigga. I speak my mind and I spit straight fucking facts and truth. You know, I'm not up here to be liked or admired. I'm up here just to do views, give my interpretations and my thoughts on what I think, how I think on my channel, with my channel. And if people out there respect what I'm saying and how I'm coming about it, more power to you. If you don't, more power to you. Because again, it's, you know, you have an opinion. Stop watching my videos. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of you people, you know, I get views on certain videos, but it just goes to show how hypocritical and how two-faced you motherfuckers are. Because when I make videos on toys and other shit, I might get 15, 20 views. But whenever I do videos on drama and shit like this, I get hundreds to almost 1,000. That just goes to show how sick society is. Because at the end of the day, you people out there are the problem, not me. I'm not the problem. I'm the solution to the problem. But a lot of you people are the problem because you guys are used to the two-faced bullshit, and that's just not my cup of tea. But anyway, that's how I feel about demasculinity. So anyway, hope you guys enjoy and find it somewhat entertaining.